Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles, and today's video is going to be all about how I overcame my fear of posting my face, posting my content online, how I got here on YouTube. If you are interested in this video, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed if you're not already. Also, my voice I feel like it's trying to go out today, so I'm going to try my best to speak as clearly and as loudly as I can on this video. But if you notice my voice cracking, it's because I feel like I'm about to lose it. Also, I have some other videos in my playlist on this channel. So if you're interested in different business content or even vlogs or unboxings, reviews, I have a lot of videos in my playlist. So be sure to check that out. But without further ado, I am going to go ahead and get started with the video. So for those of you that don't know me, I am a serial entrepreneur. The majority of my content in the beginning on this channel was vlogging my hair business experience, starting off selling hair in person and then online, and then opening my salon. And from that point, I started doing a lot of different things. I offer drop shipping for those that are interested in starting their hair business but don't want to invest as much as it would cost to purchase inventory in bulk. I offer wholesale options for those that are ready to purchase inventory in bulk, and it's actually a better, more lucrative way to receive your profit. And I also created an ebook, Dropshipping Now, Wholesale Later, a dropshipping guide for hair businesses. And that book explains how I got started with selling hair and also goes over step-by-step processes on how you can start off dropshipping and then eventually grow your business to purchasing in bulk, where the bigger profit lies. So if you're interested in any of the services or products that I offer, be sure to check the links down below. But today I want to talk about how I overcame my fear of being on camera. And this is so important because, as a lot of you know too, if you've been following this channel, I do business consultations. I do mentor other entrepreneurs. And this is something that I get a lot. I get this question, hey, how did you get over getting on camera? I don't want to show my face on camera. I don't like talking to the camera. I don't like recording anything. I don't like being on social media. So how can I overcome that? And the reason that comes up in conversation is because YouTube is such a big driver in my business and a lot of entrepreneurs. Even before I was monetized, I started seeing value in posting on YouTube because it was like free marketing. People would go to my videos. If I had links in, down below the description part of my video, people would click on the links. I would get more traffic. And the people that were there on my website, because they came from the video, they were spending more time on my website. They were reaching out and asking questions, and they were ordering. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're not on YouTube, I'm not saying you have to have your face in every video, because there are ways that you can create a YouTube channel and market your brand without showing your face. However, I am going to say for me and a lot of other entrepreneurs, YouTube has been a great marketing platform because it gets you in front of so many different people, and they're clicking on your video, which means a lot of times they're interested in what you're talking about or interested in learning more about you or your products or services, and they can do that. So it's not just like a random ad that they're clicking on. These are people that more than likely are interested in what you're offering, so you have a higher chance of securing that sale. So I'm going to go over some notes here. I don't want to get off. I don't want to lose my points here, so I'm just going to be using my phone as a guide. So the first thing that I would recommend is identify why you hate being on camera, okay? What is it about being on camera that you don't like? For me, I just didn't like posting my face and talking to people. I mean, I wouldn't even, at the point when I was recording, I'm literally talking to myself. I'm talking to myself in this room. I feel crazy doing it. And then I really had to reframe how I was thinking about it. Like, yeah, Brittany, you're technically talking to a camera right now or to your phone right now, but you're really not. Like, you're going to be talking to people that are clicking your video. So reposition what you're thinking about. Stop thinking that you're talking to yourself and start thinking the truth, which is you're going to be talking to lots of people once you press this upload button. So really just kind of reframing some of those thoughts that I had that kept me from wanting to post. Another thing that kind of kept me from posting is the equipment. I'm like, wow, I don't have all of these lights. I don't have this fancy camera. I don't have this fancy background behind me. Like, what can I do? And that really discouraged me from recording too, until I was just like, you know what? Some of my most viewed videos were me in the car, or me literally just sitting in a room in my house. It was when I tried the least, it seems like, is when I got the most views. And so when I got to the point where I was able to buy a camera, when I was able to invest in a new laptop and new lighting, I used that stuff for a little bit. And then I realized I just enjoy recording from like my phone. I enjoy recording, and I record the best when I'm comfortable. So it's really not even about having all of the best equipment. It's really just about getting out there with what you have and being authentic and providing valuable information that people want to listen to, and then growing your business to the point, kind of like what I mentioned in the beginning of the video with drop shipping now, wholesale later. Use what you have now to build your brand to get where you want to be. Okay. And then some people build their brand and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and they still record from their phone in the same area that they recorded from. So you just realize that, hey, sometimes we're our biggest critic, and we're the reason why we're not where we want to be, because we're thinking of all of these reasons why we shouldn't do it instead of the reason that we should. Okay, you have a message to share, you have a service to share, you have products to share that are going to be beneficial to other people and provide value. You want to get that out and you want to share your message. So I want to talk about what actually helped me push through and start recording my videos online. So for me, once I know the benefit of doing something, it's easier for me to do it. Like, you can tell me, hey, Brittany, don't shop at that store. But if you don't tell me, or hey, Brittany, excuse me, shop at that store, go to that store, buy this, this, and that. But if you don't tell me the reason why, or if I don't feel like the reason is really a beneficial reason for me to go to that store, or a beneficial reason for the community, or beneficial, if I don't feel like, if I don't see the why, the benefit in it, a lot of times I'm probably not going to do it. So you have to explain to me like the why behind it, or I have to already have my own why behind why I'm doing something. And the same with YouTube. Like, I'm like, okay, people say that it's beneficial, but is it going to be beneficial to me? I didn't know until I actually posted my video. Now, when you're posting your video, you want to look at the benefits more deeply than only looking at the numbers. For example, when I first posted my video, I didn't get a whole lot of views, and I'm like, okay, great. People are saying this YouTube thing works, and I only got 20 views. So, okay, whoop-de-doo. I didn't get 1,000 views. I didn't get this. I didn't get that. But then I realized, like, wow, I got 20 views. 20 people that wouldn't have seen me any other way saw me and got to know about my business. And so I stopped looking at just the numbers, and I started looking at my analytics on my website. Okay, I've posted 5 videos this week. My website traffic increased from X amount of visitors to X amount of visitors. And then my orders increased from this to that. And I just started seeing how showing up consistently, even though I wasn't monetized, even though I wasn't receiving a whole lot of views, I was still being placed in front of the right people, and it was still growing my business. My sales were increasing, my subscribers were increasing, not rapidly, but they really started to increase. My online social presence started to increase because I'm posting on YouTube. Google is, they're the same company. And if you Google me now, I'm popping up in search engines and my products are popping up. And I just started to see the momentum with posting on YouTube. So once I was able to see the why, like, this is why you need to do it, Brittany, it was easier for me to show up. And once I started getting like emails and feedback from people thanking me for my videos and asking questions and really learning from what I had to say and joining my programs and purchasing my products, and I was like, wow, like, this is what it's about. It's about building your community. And I'm so glad that I overcame my fears to push through creating videos. Another thing that I realized helped me with getting over my fear of creating videos is not sharing my videos with my family members and friends, because sometimes people can help you talk yourself out of doing something you need to do. Sometimes if you tell someone what you're doing, especially that's close to you, and you say, hey, I'm going to create these videos, and they watch it and you laugh about something, they may laugh about it too. Some things that people that don't know you may not even notice. Like, some days I can tell that I'm very tired, and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I can tell right there I was super tired. And my mom can get on there too and say, yep, I could tell you were tired in this video. And that may make me feel subconscious. not saying that she was saying anything intentionally to make me, and this is just an example, but I'm saying that it could make me feel more subconscious to the point that I don't want to post the video. So what I started doing is just posting. I stopped sending it to my family and friends to watch. And I just started posting the video on like my social media platforms and posting the video. I didn't have a community page at that point. I don't know if the community page was even available, but I just started posting it and getting positive feedback and some negative feedback too from people I didn't know. And then another thing that can help too is not reading all of the comments all the time. Sometimes I would wake up and I would have like comments that were not the nicest just right there on my phone because I had my notifications set that way. And so I turned that off. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to read the comments on my time when I feel like it. Of course, I want to get back to everyone. And I didn't have a whole lot of comments I have to cipher through or, respond to. But I didn't want to have to see something negative off the bat because I knew at that point, hey, I'm still trying to build my confidence online. I'm still trying to show up consistently. And the last thing I need is for someone to say some things that would make me not want to do that or second guess myself. Another thing that I did to try and become more comfortable recording is I started practicing recording. So I would record myself before, like I would do some practice runs, just kind of getting comfortable talking to the camera. And I noticed that I would say, like a lot. And I still do say, like a lot. But what I would do in the beginning is really try to stay away from some of those words and try to record myself the best that I could without saying those words. Another thing that helps me to this day is notes. Write yourself notes on where you're going in your video, where you want your conversation to be, how you want the video to lead, and time out how long you think the video should be. So I know that my videos typically aren't longer than 20 minutes, maybe like 25 at the longest or something like that when I'm doing a sit down talking video. And so I just told myself like, hey, you're not going to be on here all day. You have a good 20-ish minutes. Get your message out as efficiently and clearly as you possibly can. Figure out how you look talking in different angles. Are you comfortable talking sitting down right here? Are you comfortable talking in the car? And I started being really comfortable talking in my car for some reason. And I stopped focusing so much on trying to make my background as aesthetically pleasing as it possibly could be. And I really started focusing on how comfortable I was going to be recording. Again, you can always change your background. You can always upgrade your equipment, but you want to make sure that before you have any background, for me, I wanted to use what I had to get started. So I'm like, all that stuff can come, but what I can work on right now is my confidence and my presence. And I'm going to record where I'm most comfortable at. And I'm going to also use notes. And I'm also going to set myself a time limit. And another thing that can help too is positive affirmations, because really for me, what it was about was me just building up my online confidence, like my in-person confidence, I guess I wasn't in person, but my recording confidence. I really just needed to build up my confidence and feel what I was actually saying and realize that, hey, Brittany, if you don't really believe in what you're saying, if you don't want to stamp your face by what you're offering, do you really want to offer this? And so it was really important. It was really reinforcing too for me to get on camera and talk about the products and services that are offered because I truly believed in them. And I'm like, even though I don't want to show my face, I don't want to be the reason that my business is not growing as fast as it could grow. I could hire other people to record videos. I could find other people to record content for me. But I'm like, you know what? I can do it myself as well. Initially, I did try to have other people record content. I sent hair out to other YouTubers at that time to do like unboxings. And sadly to say, I was taking advantage. I don't want to say it. It's sadly to say, one of the YouTubers took the hair and they told me they would record a video and never recorded the video. So I was out of money. I was sitting back waiting like, oh my gosh, when is someone else going to come across that accepts this offer to review my hair? And you know, it was a lot. I'm like, you know what? Instead of waiting for people, I can get on here and I can do my unboxings. I can get on here and I can showcase my hair. I can get on here and I can go live on Facebook and talk about my hair extensions and show my inventory. And that's what I did. I started doing that. I did still have other people do unboxings, and I did still send people hair to do reviews and things like that. But I started taking more control of my business, and it felt so good because I remember the moment that my subscriber count actually passed the person that I sent the hair to initially to do the review that never did it. And I'm like, you know what? The reason that I wanted her to review it is because of the level of subscribers she had. And now look, like I've grown my channel to the level of subscribers that I was looking for a review. And I can review anytime I want to on my own time, how I want to, my own style. And so it felt good taking that control back. And then another thing that helped me too, and I'll close with this, is just doing things while you're still nervous. I used to try to wait, like I'm going to wait until I'm not nervous anymore. And I found myself waiting a lot. Like, okay, I'm still nervous. I'll just wait and maybe next month I'll try it. I'm still nervous. Maybe next year I'll try it. But I'm like, for me, I had to tell myself, Brittany, sometimes you just have to do things while you're still nervous. Sometimes the best way to get over your nervousness is to actually go through it. Sometimes the best way to get rid of a stage fright is actually to get on stage and start presenting. And so I just did that. I just started showing up. I was very confident in what I was offering. I was practicing. The more I recorded, the easier it became. I stopped looking at just how many people viewed my content and how many people weren't viewing and I just stopped looking at it that way. And I really just started enjoying sharing the message about my business, sharing the message about my products, and showing up for people that were showing up for me, and meeting new people and building relationships and learning more. And so YouTube has been very fundamental in growing my business. I recommend everyone to get on YouTube if you're not already on there. And if you are an entrepreneur, it has so many benefits in promoting you and your brand, regardless if you're monetized, regardless if you get 10 views or 5 or 5,000, whatever. It's just a good way to build your brand. So, all right. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope this video really helped with some of the fears and maybe overcoming the nervousness that's associated with posting videos on YouTube or online. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Also, leave some tips that you have. What helped you overcome getting online? If you're someone that doesn't have a problem posting online, if you're not nervous posting online, if you have had to overcome some of your concerns or fears or insecurities or anxieties, like just let us know what they were and how you were able to overcome that. And it may really help, may help me too. I really want this community to be a safe space and a place where as entrepreneurs can get together, collaborate, and grow. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.